Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, home to the Florida State Seminoles. And just listen to this crowd energy. Every Seminoles game, the war chant goes full throttle. Both teams have circled this game on their schedule. Two of college football's elite colliding here in a matchup of top 5 teams early in the season. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Memphis Tigers, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Noles will kick this deep to start us off. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Quick completion to the tight end. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we had good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The shotgun running play call. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
And he'll drop back here on third down. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that third down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
Jordan brought down. Sets up the next drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They'll run it here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Catch made by the tight end. And it's good for a first down to the 36. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Boy, good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw. And you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee. A quarterback that can make throws like this.
Not much on that play. Brought down short.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Now the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Well, he didn't get much, but you know what? He got just enough that he needed to get the first down. The pressure came, but they allowed him to escape just enough to be able to get to the sideline to get out of bounds and picked up that first down.
He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. Well, we know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
From the shotgun, drops back. It's a quick grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lets it go quickly. Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. They attack the deep middle of this defense. Kirk come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. He hands it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, Knowles.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
Now they get set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking for the wideout. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Inside the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
Well, that's why this wide receiver is one of the best in the country. Makes a routine catch, and look what he does with it. Takes it almost a length of the field for a touchdown.
Good job dealing with the footing. BAT is good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved him right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. Keeping it on the ground here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Finds his man. It's Wolf. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Running it back, it's Brown. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
And here's the handoff. Jukes to get free. Physical run, breaks through a tackle. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line. The offense is threatening here.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Memphis 14, Florida State 7.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. First down, looking to throw the ball. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Chris, I think I could hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
21, Florida State 7.
Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. One final play before the end of the quarter. From shotgun. Here's an inside give. It tests the middle but gets stumped. That one goes nowhere.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Memphis 21, Florida State 7.
Can't believe I paid for this.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
When the flag is out before the snap, the defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Handoff from the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
What just happened? Seriously? Was that even a play? Like what? Do it! Right.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Caught quickly. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up the first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Weinke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward. Man, so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
First down. We're going to throw the football. Lets it go. It's a risky pass. He gets away with it. Almost the second interception for this defense today.
Boy, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series. He almost threw another one.
So second down after the incompletion. And they hand it off to the back. Breaks loose at the 40. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 44.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
He's looking to scramble. 5-yard gain, so it's second and 5.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
He'll hand it off. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looks to the left, pass caught. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, he pulled, and it's caught.
Touchdown, Florida State. Can you say methodical? Marathon march, Kirk, just pounding away and wearing down that defense.
They just kept moving the sticks and moving the sticks until they got into the red zone, and they just kept moving the sticks until they got into the end zone. What a drive.
Point after, not right through.
Florida State, 14.
And here's the return from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
And the Memphis offense will take over.
And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Offense ready to start this drive. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. It's an out route. The catch made.
Well, it's a great catch near the sideline, and
hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. The Seminoles will bring their punt team onto the field. When he comes for his 2nd punt of the game. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. On the return, it's Brown. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. Last time out, a 1-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Gets some space around the 30. An explosive play. They finally grab him, but the ball moves inside the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. He hands it off from the gun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Here's first and goal, a chance to really build this lead before halftime. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Receiver makes the grab. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Second down and goal, upcoming. Touchdown, Memphis. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Well, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back.
Memphis, 35. Florida State, 14.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive.
Take over, first and 10.
Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. The Noles looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Catch made on the out route. And the game just good enough for a first down.
That's a big first down for this offense. It's not been a great day so far, but maybe this play can get them going. And keep this in mind, Chris, because they started the game with the possession, they will not get to start the second half on offense, so they need points right here.
And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. Tough spot here. Second and long from the 16. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Brought down after a short return at the 20 to snuff out the scoring threat in the red zone.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
Oh, they can't bring it in. A chance for a takeaway. But one of the star players on this defense couldn't make it. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
A nice drive going here, but now it's third down and long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And that's a solid return after the interception.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their...
He'll take a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Seminoles. No chance to catch it.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And it's field, the returner trying to create good field position here. And he's tackled at the 25, the same spot it would have been, and he left it in the end zone. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive,
Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Oh, that one's picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Boy, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. He'll hand it off. Touchdown, Knowles. This offense really clicking.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the 2nd quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
Extra point is good. Cuts it to a 7-point game, 35-28. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the return starts just inside the end zone. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half.
Number 46 set to kick this one away.
He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And the return will be brought down. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. QB decides to keep it here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Running back grabs it on the screen. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Trying to bait this defensive line to believing they have a shot to get to the quarterback on the pass. Instead, they recognize screen right away, make a really nice play for a lost yardage.
A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Wolf. Tackle is finally made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 48-yard line.
That's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
And the Seminoles line up on 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. He makes the grab. And he'll go down after a nice pickup on the play. That'll be a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And the Noles pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
We finally see a changeup from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
And he's going to float this one to the right side. He tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
On third down, he drops to throw. Makes a quick grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Handing off on the draw play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. The back just had no chance there. The defense is all over the draw play to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, I don't know if they were tipped off or what, but they weren't fooled at all. You could tell the defense was dialed in, knew exactly what was coming, and made the tackle.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Lets it go quickly. The QB throws his third pick of the day. Tackled after a short return at the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch on a comeback route. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there. And the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's taken down way behind the line. It'll be a huge loss here.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
The Seminoles are in the red zone now. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
What took you so long?
First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Here comes a handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. It's a turnover. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Opening play of the drive. Quick throw to the left. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Offense moving to a bunch formation. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Looking to pass here on second down. Freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
Chris, let's tip our cap to this quarterback. He has gotten hit. That's the fourth sack already in this football game. Now, he's thrown for a lot of yards, so it's been one of those cases where either our band is playing or your band is playing. One way or another, you're getting a lot of fireworks in this game.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Caught, completion. The reception nets about 7 yards, but fourth down coming up here. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And here's the return. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Can they catch him? They can't catch him. Touchdown. A special teams touchdown, potential momentum-changing play in this game.
Well, that was just a thing of beauty to watch this return. The Gunners were flying down. He's able to avoid them, picks up a couple blocks, and then you could see him gaining momentum and confidence as he was getting downfield, eventually all the way to the end zone.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner looking to make a play here. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Ball carrier brought down. What is the final play of this third quarter?
And after 3, the game is tied.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. The tight end has got it. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows me he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
The defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
the single back takes the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Tigers. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Memphis, 42. Florida State, 35.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They got into plus territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off immediately. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes a quick catch. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the first down.
Ball handed off. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, like the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
So, second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He slings this one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Here comes the Tigers offense back out there. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play calling? Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the 4th quarter, critical down in distances, and this guy is just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
That's exactly how you want to start this drive, working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Take as much time off this clock as possible. That's a great way to get this drive started.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Picked off, a crucial turnover. Short return, tackled at the 21, but that's a huge takeaway for this defense.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Bringing pressure. And the sophomore making an impact play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
They're behind the sticks on 2nd and long here from the 12. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Going for a big play downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. He could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Florida State.
Now we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
Does his job with the PAT, and this ball game is tied here in the 4th quarter. Returner decides to field it. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage.
And the Memphis offense will take over.
And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Fighting off the defender. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And a flag is down as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty is on. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle is made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Quick throw out left, complete. And he's tackled after the catch. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
This Memphis offense is moving quickly down the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Memphis. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield, and that's why he got that ball to the end zone.
Florida State, 42.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw it on first down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the back now goes in motion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Took contact on the throw. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
At this point in the game, obvious situations, you're going to throw the football. I like the call by the defensive coordinator. Went with dime. 6 defensive backs, get them as much speed on the field as you can. May have confused the quarterback there a little bit and led to that incompletion.
And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now it's second down here. Back in motion now. Second down, we're going to throw it. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game and a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The pocket breaking down. Finds room at the 30. That'll be enough for a first down. Brought down at the 43.
Well, there you go. You save your best scramble of the day for a bit of a situation in the fourth quarter, and you pick up the first. I mean, you don't want to use that early in the game, right? You want to make sure you save it for the exact moment and the key time and key moment in the game, and that's what he did. Although, you and I both know it wasn't planned that way, but a great job of using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing it was time to go.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback dropping back. Quick throw to his receiver. It's picked off again, the fourth for this QB today. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, you're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing them the game.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The game makes it second and medium. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a cannot get the throw off? He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And here comes the punter onto the field. No fair catch, looking to make a return here. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the coverage team finally gets him, but a great return. You can see the elusive speed from the return man. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here. They got to be precise and manage the clock wisely. Looking for the wideout. Goes downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to.
Looking for his back. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Chris, I love to see this. Nothing open downfield, so he does the right thing by checking it down to his back, who's dangerous in the open field, picks up some really good yards, but that clock is still a big factor here.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he steps out of bounds just short of the end zone.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve.
Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Chris, I'm shocked by this. I mean, it's a great touchdown by this offense. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. We may be headed to overtime.
And now a crucial PAT attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here.
Oh, Chris, you're in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. And they will trot out the field goal team here. Spotted at the 28, the field goal attempt to win it will be from 45 yards out. He missed it. He missed it, and the game is still tied up. So here comes our first play of overtime. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. First down, looking to throw the football. Physical defending, that one falls incomplete, brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
This defense is playing inspired football with their backs near their own goal line. An incompletion, now a sack. What would the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down?
The sack sets up an important third down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Makes the grab. Can he get there? Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
Well, they need 8 yards on fourth down to keep this drive going. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He's got it near the end zone. No, he did not get it. The gamble doesn't pay off, and we head to another overtime. So this defense now needs to come up with something special to make a play to stay in this game in OT. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Oh, couldn't quite grab it. Would have been an enormous play in OT here. Instead now, third down for the offense.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
So the offense comes up on 3rd and long in overtime. Certainly don't want to take the loss and make this field goal try more challenging. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And he's got it. Ball game in OT.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
In these overtime games, Kurt, it just comes down to execution in the moment. Who can make one more big play? They did it. They come up with a signature W.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think this likely will end up being one of the best games, not only for them, but maybe in all of college football for the season. To me, it felt like an instant classic and one that fans should remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.